Howdy friends, today we are doing multiplication as scaling. So first things first, we're going to want to pause and grab your whiteboards. So now that we got our whiteboards and we're ready to work, we need to know that multiplying with fractions doesn't mean you will always get a bigger number. Sometimes you will get smaller, sometimes you will get bigger, and sometimes you can even stay the same. This is scaling. So starting with our original number, and we multiply it, and if we multiply that by a fraction that is less than 1, we're going to get smaller. But if we multiply our original by a fraction greater than 1, we're going to get bigger. And if we multiply that original number by a fraction that is equal to 1, we're going to stay the same.
So, to do our multiplication as scaling, we need to remember that a fraction that is less than 1 is going to get smaller. A fraction that is greater than 1 is going to get bigger. And a fraction that is equal to 1 is going to stay the same. So coming over here and looking at our 3/3, we know that we're going to have 3 slices out of 3 total slices. So 3/3 is 1. This is going to be equal to 1, so we are going to stay the same. Our 3/4 is smaller than 1, less than 1. So we are going to get smaller. Our 6/5 is greater than 1 because 6 is larger than 5. It's an improper fraction. It's improper because our numerator is bigger than our denominator. We are going to get bigger. 2/5 is smaller than a 1, so we are going to get smaller. 5/5 is equal to 1, so we are going to stay the same. And our last fraction here, 8/7, is larger than 1, so we are going to get bigger. So now we can do some assessing of our multiplication with fractions. So to do that, we need to be able to make sure that if a fraction is less than 1, it's going to get smaller. If a fraction is greater than 1, it is going to get bigger. And if a fraction is equal to 1 when we're multiplying, it is going to stay the same. So coming over here to our first problem, I have 3/3 multiplied by 4. Is our answer going to be less than, greater than, or equal to 4? Well, I know that when we are working with 3/3, this is equal to, so it's going to stay the same. So I'm going to put an equal sign there. And I feel comfortable with this one. So to check it, we would agree that this is going to stay. So now moving on to our next problem, we have 2 multiplied by 3/4. Our 3/4 is smaller than 1, so we are going to get smaller. So our 2 is going to be greater than. Now to check it, we would agree it's going to get smaller. With our 2/5 multiplied by 7, our answer is going to be again smaller, less than, because our fraction is less than 1. To check it, we would agree. Our 5 multiplied by 6/5 we need to think here. Are we going to get smaller? Are we going to get bigger? Or are we going to stay the same? Well, I know that 6/5 is an improper fraction. So when it says it's improper, that means it's going to be larger than 1. So a fraction that's greater than 1 means it's going to get bigger. So our answer is going to get bigger. Now we can check, and I would agree. We are going to get bigger. Our fraction of 5/5 is going to be equivalent to 1 whole. We have 5 shaded pieces out of 5 total shaded pieces. So when we multiply 5/5 by 3, we should be staying the same because we are equal to a whole number. Checking with it, I would agree. And for our last problem here, we are multiplying 10 by 8/7. Our 8/7 is another improper fraction. So an improper fraction means we have 8 total slices shaded out of the 7 total slices. So 8 is more than 7, so I would actually have 1 and 1/7 as my mixed number. 1 and 1/7 is a whole number and some extra, my fraction part right here. So that's greater than 1. So I know that when we do this one, we can assess that our answer is going to get bigger. Checking it with our work, we would agree. We are going to get bigger. I would like to thank you all for watching and participating along as we work on our multiplying as scaling. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and watch the video again, and I will be seeing you in class.